A teenager got accepted to Stanford University after his application included one answer to the question, what matters to you and why? And all he did was answer Black Lives Matter with the hashtag over and over and over again. He got into Stanford, and this isn't the reason why he got into Stanford. He actually has a really impressive application, but let's take a quick look to show you, exactly how he answered the question. And this is Ziad Ahmed. He is a Muslim who feels that it's important for Muslims to stand in solidarity with Black Lives Matter and other disenfranchised groups of people in the United States. He's done a lot of impressive things. But anyway, this part of his application went viral. He tweeted about it. And I'm sure he got a lot of heat because people probably thought, oh, that's all he did. And then, some lib university accepts him. But no.
Before you get into the other stuff, I have to confess that was my initial reaction too.
Yeah, I mean, that's understandable. Because at first I thought that was his answer to the essay question.
That's what I thought too.
I got real salty, right?
I know. So, but that's the problem sometimes with the media. Like, look, he put it out on a tweet. But right wing, and not just right wing, but other media picked it up and they were like, oh my God, he just writes Black Lives Matter and gets accepted into Stanford. And so it wasn't just his essay. But the reason I got mad was I thought it was. And then secondly, I remember in elementary school, I had done something wrong at the library and the teacher there wanted me to write 100 words on why I was sorry. And I wrote, I am very, 96 times, sorry. She said, oh, you think you're clever? And she put that in an envelope, sent it to my dad, and I got an ass beating for it. Okay, so I still remember that whooping that I got. Yeah. And I'm thinking, he gets into Stanford and I get a whooping. This ain't right. Okay, but it turns out you didn't hear the whole story, and by then I think you'll realize why he got it.
Yes. So he's only 18 years old. He's done some pretty impressive things. First of all, in regard to getting accepted to Stanford, he said, I didn't think I would get admitted to Stanford at all, but it's quite refreshing to see they view my unapologetic activism as an asset rather than a liability. He also got accepted to other big name schools, including Princeton and Yale. And in those applications, he did not answer a question in that way. He was invited to the White House iftar dinner, worked for the presidential campaigns of Democrats Martin O'Malley and Hillary Clinton, and gave a TEDx talk about youth activism.
We're not going to hold it against him that he worked for Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, dude, like, I mean, look, it's
just play.
It's impressive that he's as politically engaged as such a young kid. And by the way, he started his own activism organization, which he talks about in this interview. Take a look.
I've never had a problem speaking up for myself and defending my faith and my ethnicity and my attributes, but there are so many people who don't have that same confidence. So I thought to myself, how can I better the situation? What can I do to make this better? So I went about creating Redefy, because even myself, like, there were so many misconceptions that I held, and even as I go through this journey, I learned so much more about the diversity that exists in our world. And I wanted to create a platform by which teenagers could really become educated about these issues and engaged in them. So I started this website and reached out to some of my friends to really start this movement, and I've been very fortunate to see it blossom from there.
So this is what you got to do to get into the great schools these days.
Yeah.
I mean, it is near impossible.
Yeah.
You have to have amazing grades. You have to have amazing SAT scores. So you can have, by the way, a 4.0 and perfect SAT scores and still not get into these schools. You got to start whole new organizations by the time you're 18. You got to do activism.
You have to stand out. You have to stand out, but not in an inauthentic way. I think what they want to see is genuine passion, and it doesn't necessarily have to be political passion. It could be anything. And he's obviously passionate. I love, like, he's so young. Listen to the way he speaks.
I know, these kids are amazing, man.
Oh my gosh, I love young people. They're so impressive. People always give them a hard time, like, there's selfies and Instagram. Yeah. No, they're awesome. There's so many young people out there that inspire me.
So I'm going to be unbearable for a second here, but at the end you'll like the twist. Anyway, I went to Penn and Columbia Law, two Ivy League schools.
Unbearable.
No, okay, agreed. There is no way in the world I would have gotten into those schools today. So in the 1950s, they got all the alumni from those Ivy League schools. Oh, please. dude, you got in because of your dad. Let's keep it real. That's what happened. Me, I snuck in there when it was still like barely possible, right?
Yep.
I had a couple of C's. I had a D. What am I? It's impossible to get in now. No way, right? I didn't start any national organizations by the time I was 18. These guys have to be superstars. So this kid, he did all that. I'm sure he was an amazing student. And this was not his essay. His essay was completely different. This was just an answer to what matters to you and why. And he did this particularly clever thing, and it was unique. Then it triggered for me, oh right, in my Princeton application, I did something very similar. But for the essay, I wrote it in train of thought. And so I was like, okay, so this is my thought process. And so it's gonna be a very unique essay. And if they get it, they'll be like, oh, wow, that's incredibly unique. If they don't, they'll think I'm an idiot and don't know how to do grammar correctly. They didn't get it. Or maybe they did and they're like, yeah, whatevs, dude, no way. And so I didn't get into Princeton.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
You thought for a second, no. So he's a little, not luckier than me, but much more qualified, and hence he got into all those schools. Young Turks membership creates independent media.
Believe me.
No ads.
Believe me.
All the shows.
Believe me.
On demand.
Believe me.
Support independent media.
Believe me.
It's awesome, tremendous. You'll love it.
Believe me.
And by the end, you'll be thinking,
I'm like a smart person.
tytnetwork.com/join.